Hey there, let's do a little bit of work on position changes. There are several different ways that you can train your dog to do position changes. The goal of any of them is that the dog maintains their place and doesn't move forward or backwards away from that location. They can do those position changes in one of several different ways, and anything is acceptable as long as they're not moving forward or backwards in space. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing, and thank you, baby. And you get to make a decision for your own dog and your training and your goals in competition. So I have one dog here. I have another one on the way. Let's do some training. The thing I'm going to work on is Lily and my changing her, how she changes position from a sit, from a down to a sit. And in the past, she has gone with moving her back end, her back feet forward. Her front feet have stayed in position and her back feet have moved forward. I want to change that. I want her to back her front feet up and her butt and her back legs stay in one position. So I'm going to be working with her with a back foot target, little rug sample here, and I will show you what she has been doing, and we'll see, because I have actually been training some of this, if she does her new position change or not. When I do this, I have added a new verbal cue for this position change because it is different for her. She's doing something different. I will eventually add also a different hand signal to this because, again, it's different. And you can't have the same cue, whether that's a verbal or a hand signal, for different behaviors. They're not quite that bright. So I will get Aurea put on her mat, and then we will get started with Lily. Pop. So the first thing I'm going to want you to watch is how Lily goes from a stand into a down. And that's going to help me with my next part when I'm working with Aurea. Good girl. She moves straight down, front feet moved out. All right, so we're going to work first with her target for her back feet, for her butt. So, sit, in here. Yes, good girl. Good job. Good job. Rewarding multiple times for having her butt on that target. Free. Yes. Good girl. Alrighty. Come here. Aurea, bed, please. Bed. Stay. All right. So I'm going to reward Lily several times for having her butt on her target. And I don't care if she's in a sit or a down. Good girl. Just so she's on that particular target. Good girl. Down. I'm going to see if I can get her to do her old behavior of moving from a down into a sit. And I have to move away because she is very sensitive to body pressure. There we go. That's it. That is exactly what I expected her to do. So, having her on her target with her back end. Good girl. Thank you. I know, I dropped one, didn't I? Very good girl. Here we go. That's a good girl. Whoops. Down. Nice. Down. Good girl. I'm occasionally going to reward that down behavior because she is actually responding appropriately with that. So I don't want to lose that behavior, but it only gets rewarded occasionally. Sit. Good job. down, rise. I'm adding the cue rise, rise. And that means back up your front feet to get into that SIT position. Rise. Good girl. Very nice. Now, as I mentioned, she's very sensitive to body pressure, and I will be only backing up when I am really confident that she's very good about what the behavior is. Free. Oh, silly girl. Good girl. Down. Rise. Good job. Down. Rise. Whoopee. Try again. There we go. Mistakes are normal. Down. Rise. Good girl. Down. Rise. Good girl. Down. Whoopee. Rise. Excellent. So that's what I'm working on with Lily. Good girl. Now, if you go back and review what I showed you earlier about how she goes from a stand into a down, she drops directly to the floor. Watch her front feet. They move out, away from her. Her chest moves in a straight line right down to the floor. For Oria, I've been wanting to change that to a full back or a crash down. So let's change dogs. So down. Her piece of equipment is this lovely board with some tactile, it's an old doormat that's on it. We are working on the initial behavior of having front feet on here and keeping front feet on here when she moves from a stand into a down. She has a tendency to still move her feet slightly forward, and so I am really not adding distance at this point. So we're just going to reward multiple times for her being on it and staying on it without dancing feet. So no bouncing around. I'm going to do some luring of this, trying to get her to come completely do her crash. Good girl. It was close, not quite. It's why I did not click it. I did reward it, but I did not click. Here we go. Whoa. And she moved one after I had already clicked. Sweet pea. Too much put movement off of the target, so I'm not going to reward that. Let's try again. Nice. That was a really, really good one. So she's going to get a couple cookies for that one because she kept her feet on there. At some point, she's doing a little bit of rotation of her body, and I will be adding some sort of a channel or something else for her to be comfortable, that she learns that muscle memory of how she's supposed to do this. Yes. Good girl. I put the wrong thing away. I put the clicker away, not the extra treats. All right. We all make mistakes. Pop. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. That was lovely. Nice job, babes. Pop. Good girl. We'll do one more and see if we can get another good one. And then we'll be ready. That was really good. And she offered it on her own. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Good girl. All right. I hope you're all doing well and having some fun with your dogs, even when you have to stay home. Hope to talk to you soon in person, but I'll be doing more videos if you want to watch them. That's up to you. We'll do lots of different things that work on some details of obedience. Take care.